So, hi, Henk Akkermans here, Supply Network Dynamics, Session 1, Example 3. In Example 2, we just created the graph up here, which is this strange, fluctuating, oscillating behavior that dampens out over time. And you may want to get rid of that, because that's really not the kind of way in which you want to manage your work. One obvious area to look at is perhaps we are too sloppy, but we are just not fast enough. Let's make this target lead time, which is now set at 2, a bit shorter. But how much shorter? Here there is a neat analytical tool in system dynamics called the sensitivity analysis, and it's straight here also in Ithink under Run Sensi Specs. I can select all the parameters in my model, such as this target lead time. I can say, hey, I want to look into that one. Let's say if I run 4 runs of this, starting at 2 and ending at 0.5 periods. If I have a target lead time of 0.5 minutes, it means that actually I want everything to be done within half a week. Okay. I'll make a new graph for that. Let's see where I can put that. And why? Well, because I only need one variable at a time here. Let's put work in there, for instance. I need to do, and why do I need one? Well, I want to compare over time. I want to make a comparative graph, and then I can only have one at a time. I'll make thick lines to make it look nice. And let's see what happens to the amount of work there. You know what? Let's make another one. Let's also make one for the capacity. And we'll call that also a comparative graph. Now, where can I still put that? I can still put it up here. And let's run. An S run, it now says, a sensitivity run. This is for 2 time periods. See that the simulation slows down a little, and we knew that already. In the top, everything's renewed up here, but here we now see the rate of change over time when the target lead time is 1.5 periods. And the fluctuations are not getting less, actually. Indeed, they're getting more pronounced. Why? Well, we're rushing so much towards a new target that actually, although we do end after a long time at the same level, the fluctuations get even bigger and bigger as we move to a more, you would almost say, nervous style of management. Notice that the amount of work slows down, and that's understandable because our target is to have work sooner out the door, which means that on average we'll have less work in there. So that's not going to help us further, unfortunately.